Welcome again, ladies and gentlemen, to another training video. As you can see here in this video, it's some training footage from a few weeks ago when I did my Halloween themed cosplay training sessions on Twitch. So you can see here, I started off as Black Adam, and I did some heavy wagon wheel pulls. Went up to 545. As you can see, towards the end, I got a little dizzy and lightheaded, so I stopped because I wasn't trying to pass out on camera. But anyway, I pretty much just did heavy back pulls and then a few other movements that day before heading off to WC3, do a talk on cybersecurity because it was cybersecurity month. And yes, I actually did do a speech up there. I'll probably have a graphic on the screen or maybe not. And also, as you can tell in another portion of the screen, I'm also playing a few games on Steam. And this video, I decided to highlight a couple free 3D platformers. The first one is Vestige. Good platforms, make sure you have a decent PC. If not, you may have to use lots of scaling and FSR. Currently my laptop is pretty much equivalent to a Steam Deck, so for this game I had to kind of go into a little bit lower settings, even though you really can't tell with the upscaling and FSR as well as a little bit of key gen, but with these, by tweaking it with that, I was able to get 60 frames per second, so it is what it is, because that's the one thing with Steam right now. There are a lot of free 3D platformer games on there, but I'm warning you right now, a lot of them, you will need a good system. There's only a few of them that are going to kill your computer, so yeah, Vestige is probably one of the better ones you can get. That's a pure 3D platformer. There's a few other ones that are first person ones, but that'll set up another video. But yeah, there are a lot of good first person shooter / first person Metrovanias. And I'll check on Steam. For the time being, this is Vestige. You can tell you have a little bit of jumping, dashing, a few different attacks here. Very similar to PS1, PS2, Tomb Raider-like games, so no complaints there, especially with it being free. And I'll probably have a link in the description somewhere below. And later on, I'll play another game on a different day. When you let me shut up and get back to this footage of the deadlifts. And of course, I'm halfway there doing deadlifts, and I got finished off with some necky butter for I really eat street. But instead of me going around to eat street, I'm gonna eat some necky butter. And you gotta love how I match the packet. But anyway, let's get this goodness in. Once again, get necky, code JackGeek at checkout. Best post workout in the D. Till next time, living your best lives, everybody, and peace out. Alright, as you can see here, the following day I went ahead and just did like a flat out back and bicep day. So I'm starting off with some dumbbell rolls, and then from there went on to some cable work along with a few landmine movements, bodyweight moves like pull-ups, and so on. And of course, you guys see in the upper corner that I'm actually playing a Sonic game, another game you get for free on PC. If you're on Windows, Linux, and even Mac, will be Sonic Robo Blast 2, a oldie but goodie with a lot of mods. And unlike Sonic Green Racers, the intro screen, or so the tutorial, is not overly long. It's just long enough to get a gist of how the mechanics work, and then it ends. Doesn't throw in a whole bunch of Dark Souls craziness at you, where it's going to take you like 5-6 hours to finish up, trying to figure out every complete pattern on the man. Nah, it just shows you the basics, ends, and lets you play the game as it's intended to be played without even having to put a passcode in. And once again, you guys are welcome for that passcode, because man, that tutorial and that game was a pain. This one wasn't so bad. So once you finish the tutorial, which will only take you like a few minutes, you then go to the main game, and off rip, you can even start adding a few mods you can see here in this video. So, you know, standard size, you know, standard games with either Sonic or Sonic and Tails. And then from there you have your other characters. And as you can see here, I'm pretty much using Silver because it's no use playing around with a lot of telekinesis powers he actually has in the game of Sonic 06, but better. So yeah, there's a free game on the PC where you can use psychic abilities to throw people around the area in a Doom engine, because this game is actually built on Doom before Metro Prime 4 even comes to life. Oh yes, I went there. So you can almost call this a Nintendo alternative, or this is Sega doing with Nintendo. Just saying, let me shut up, let you guys see the rest of this backday footage, and then I'll get back to you guys later on. P.S. I actually did get some posing done after doing my Jon Stewart impersonation, not to give views of Hal Jordan. And of course, because my plan is to see if I can do the Arnold next year. We'll see how things plan out. Money-wise, the time was anyway. Here's some of my posing as of a few weeks ago. It's gotten better since then. Hopefully, I can get it cleaned up a lot more within the next few months. Last but not least, gotta give a shout out to these awesome lady DJs. First would be Emmy and her friend Nine Artist. They did an awesome set on Halloween night at Crowfoot. Definitely be sure to check them out on Instagram. And speaking about Emmy, she'll be hosting another set during an Ecstatic dance in Auburn Hills, Michigan. Awesome event with some awesome people. Definitely be sure to check that out. And I got information right there in the bottom corner of the screen. But anyway, appreciate everyone coming through. Till next time, keep your best lives and peace out.